Hi there, David. Hello again. Hi. You know what, David? I'm so happy to be here. I wasn't gonna, and then I went, you know what? I want to do some fun stuff on here. And I probably do this one again because I think a lot of people don't know what an annual or perennial is. And so I thought people can re-listen to it. It's always there, especially with the title here saying, is rhubarb annual or perennial? You'll get the idea of what I'm going with. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes there before I get started. But David, do you know the answer? What is rhubarb? Is it an annual or perennial? David, what is that? See, let's see if you learned something by all the times you've been paying attention or listening to me. Is rhubarb, and I have said it many times. Good idea. Yeah. So David, tell me something. Is it an annual or perennial rhubarb? And I'm going to let you think on that. And guess what I'm going to let you think with? You're going to love this. Well, I'm going to let him think with his own song, ladies and gentlemen. There's his song. I need an answer from him. Let's see what it is. See if he's right. You have not. You're going to fail the lesson here, David. Take a guess. Take a guess. Is it rhubarb annual or perennial? Take a guess, David, and see what you think. It's not hard. It's a 50-50 chance. Let's see if you get it right, David. Hey, Christian. Thank you for coming. Nice seeing you, doll. Okay, take a guess. No cheating. It says on here, current viewers, 5, likes, nothing, chat. A lot of it, okay, current views, 4, chat 1. I like it though. Is there no likes? Because that's what it shows. I have no likes. I'd like to see how accurate this is. I'm really enjoying working at the studios. Now that I understand it a little better, it kind of is cool. I can see the condition of my internet. I can see everything on it. So it's kind of cool how I'm doing this right now. So it says I have 5 people listening. Thank you very much. And David says he's trying to think. Well, you got till the end of the music, and then I'll tell you what it is. Thank you for the like. There you are, doll. I'm praying for you. I know you've been working hard. I'm happy to see you. Passion's here. Thank you, Passion, for coming. Let's do your testing on. Today this live stream is going to be a test about, do you know your annuals or perennials? And that's what I want to know. Who knows? David doesn't know what this is. Let me give you the definition of what an annual and perennial is. And she says she missed everybody. That's cool. I want to write, this is the definition they have. Annual plants live for one growing season and then die, while perennials regrow every spring. The difference is genetics and yet a clever plant gene therapy. Techniques can be used to change an annual into a perennial. That I know that's actually cool, because there's plants that were always annuals and now you're finding them that through, not technology, but them fiddling around with things, they turn them into perennials, which is cool, and it saves you money because it regrows themselves every year. I think that's great. So does that help you out, David? Does that help you out that a perennial is something that stays and comes back every year? Annual is just stays for the season and dies off. So Passion, is a rhubarb, anyone? Is a rhubarb, I have no idea, as some might say it. Okay, so Passion might know this. I think she does. Passion, is rhubarb, which is on the screen, is that an annual or perennial? And you'll learn this today, David, and you won't forget it because I'm putting it into your head there, what it is. What do you think it is? Passion or Christian, do you know what that is? What a rhubarb is it annual or perennial? And in the meantime, I'm going to find you some plants that are perennials, and I'll show you some plants that are annual. and some that are both, actually. A lot of flowers are not. They're more annual. That's right. That's right. It takes 4 years for a rhubarb to. It takes quite a bit, 3, 4 years for it to get to its full potential. And I got a video on there showing that I did it from a seed, and now it's starting to. That's year 2. So this next year it's going to be pretty good shape for 3 years. But I took it from a seed, so yeah, it is a perennial. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah. So if I told you different things, that's what I want to do. What are the questions? Let's do it together. 3-4 years. Oh my God. Yeah, some to mature. Like it looks good. I took it. By next year for sure it's going to look good. This year was okay. They were still kind of skinny. The stalk, and you never eat the leaves on a rhubarb, but look good. So, and Pasha, you can tell me what you've been working really hard. Is that what you've been up to? Yeah. Yeah, asparagus, I've said that. Yep, asparagus definitely takes that. It takes 4 years to be totally a plant. That's right. But let me see. I'm trying to. It's not giving me great pictures, but I wanted to throw some things that if I were to say, is radish a perennial? Well, is radish a perennial or an annual? Let me throw some stuff out there, questions, and you tell me what it is. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard. But is a radish a perennial or an annual? Oh, I bet you're tired, eh? So is it what about a radish, David? Let's go with the flow here. Is it a perennial, radishes? And there is a biennial plant too. What is an annual and biennial plant? And annuals are flowers that bloom the first year they are planted. Often flowers just a couple of months after the sowing. Most annuals are started indoors or in greenhouses in late winter or early spring. Biennials, like cup and saucers, some foxgloves, and some hollyhocks, produce only greenery the first year. Which that's exactly true. Which I didn't know it was called that, but hollyhocks, I have it. In the first year, it didn't bloom anything, and this year it took 2 years, and it finally bloomed flowers. So I guess that's considered a biennial plant. So we have, let's just jump in, and I want to show some things. Okay, so I showed radishes, so I'm going to start doing some images here, and you tell me what you think they are. So I did radishes, so I'm going to do a whole bunch of different things, and let's see. Image. All right, it's not giving me. All right, let's not play around here. It's not giving me radish. Image. Well, I cannot pull up a picture for some reason. It's not liking it. But a radish is an annual. That it comes back. It doesn't come back, and you pull it out, and there you go. That one's an annual. We already discussed asparagus. Asparagus comes back every year, and it takes 4 years to come back. That's a perennial. Trying to think of what's in my garden that I know. Hollyhocks are technically, it says biperennial, but it's still a perennial. It's still too, that comes back a hollyhock. Anything that comes back on an annual, like a yearly basis is, I have to think of, is corn. What's corn? Is corn an annual or perennial? All right, we're going to get this organized. It's just not letting me pull out pictures, which I'm not quite happy about, but anyways. Okay. Oh, hi, Carolyn. I've never heard that name before, as I'm Australian. This is new to me. Oh, no, you never heard of it? Corn is annual. Carolyn is right on the money, but I'm going to put it up there. Dave, yeah, I will show you different plants. Maybe you never, that's okay, but Australia, all over the world, this doesn't change, David. It would be known, these plants would be known as annual and perennial. It doesn't matter where you live. It's not, it might be new to you, but it exists even in Australia. The plants that regrow themselves every year is a perennial normally. And I'm just trying to put up pictures up here as we go. I couldn't get so I'm going to just throw pictures and you guys are going to guess whether it's annual or perennial, and I'm going to type on here what they are. Some will be hard. I'm starting off easy, so I'm going to put the text here. I'm just trying to make sure it gets the color. So, corn is, and she's absolutely right, is an annual. So we're going to put, I'm going to title the stuff, so it will take me a little longer. But that is definitely an annual plant right there. Definitely. So I want to find some different pictures, and you guys can pop up what you think it is. Lavender is, actually it's both. Carolyn, lavender is both. And I'll get a picture of lavender. There is both. There is a perennial one where it's a French lavender. Seems to be, there's both. I have a perennial lavender, and there is an annual that grows up that you can buy, and it dies off. So that's a good one, though. I'm going to get a picture of lavender because it's both. So that's a good one. That's a really good one, actually, to bring up. So thank you. Let me grab this. All right, this is a good one. Save image. All right, I'm going to go to lavenders next. I'm going to grab the picture and I'm going to type in, because I know that for a fact. I have both. I have lavender that I started from seed. It comes back every year. It's been back for 2 years. And I have bought one that was an annual, and I asked about it. And some of the French lavender species die off. I could only get it the 1 year. I wanted to have it because I really like French lavender. And that one was only an annual. So that's exactly what I'm going to put on this one. Do you want to name some other things that you were confused about? So we get everybody understanding what the idea of what perennials are and annuals are. I'm going to type this here because I want to do it both. It's going to be in red. Let's pick it. I need to put it in strong colors because I want to make sure you understand this plant, or see it visually, not understand. Annual and perennial. There we go. So that's an annual and perennial. Let me throw out some other things. That's what my live stream is going to be about. Learning the difference. And some things come in both. Some things come in one. So what if I put, I'm just going to grab pictures of things that would be, I'm trying to figure out something that you would confuse and then you take a good guess. But right now I'm going to do cucumbers. Let's do cucumbers. Is cucumbers, is that one annual or perennial? Just trying to put this down here. Okay, it just takes me a little while. Sorry, guys. Maybe I could have did some of this before, but I kind of like talking at the same time and physically doing some work at the same time to show you what we're talking about. There we go, cucumbers. So what is the answer for that one? Annual, that purple thing. So, hi MT, welcome back. Annual, that, so is cucumbers, somebody answer me, who is cucumbers annual or perennial? And those coming in the door and listening to me right now, I will tell you the definition again. Annual plants live for one growing season, then die, while perennials regrow every spring. The difference is genetics, and yet a clever plant gene therapy technique can be used to change an annual into a perennial, which I thought was really cool. And that's what I want to tell you. So giving you the definition of that, what is a cucumber? Is it an annual? I'm going to do these, and I'm going to find some harder things after, but is it an annual or perennial? Cucumbers. And I'm off to get the next picture as you guys tell me what that is. Well, you can take a guess. Is a cucumber an annual or perennial? This will be the trivia part of it. Hey, Sheila. How's it going, honey? How's it going? Today we're talking about annuals and perennials. Do you know much about what an annual and a perennial is? And welcome. It's great seeing you, honey. Thanks for coming. You must be on a day off. All right, I'll give this one. The cucumber, I'm going to type that in right now. It's an annual. And if you got any questions or what if you wanted me to throw into something that was confusing, if you knew it was an annual or perennial, just put it on the screen and we can tell everybody things that surprised you that you always thought would come back or would die off, and you find out that it wasn't. It was something that came back the next year. Shout it out. Type it in there. All right. The next thing I'm going to grab. Yeah. Oh, you have to work today? Oh, but it's nice seeing you. It's really nice seeing you. Thanks for coming. I miss everybody when they're not here. I don't know. Okay, you guys are all saying hello to each other. That's fantastic. All right, I'm going to put this one out. Is this annual or perennial? This is, I don't know if you guys think this is a herder one, but I talk about gourds all the time. And what is a gourd annual or perennial? What do you think? All right. Since We got no answer here. I will tell you that that's an annual right there. And those are gourds. They're considered gourd in the gourd family. And they are annuals. I was looking to see if any sort, there's tons of varieties of it, but I didn't come across that you would find that there was any annuals. All right. Oh, wrong color. Let's fix that up. There we go. Annual. You guys good out there? It's pretty quiet out there. All right, gonna wake you guys up. Gonna wake you up. Where is it? This is an interesting fact. What perennial blooms the longest? Well, according to this, I actually grew these Coreopus. Moonbeam with blooms that form in early spring and last all the way until the end of fall. Moonbeam is definitely of long blooming perennials. Coreopus. How long do annual plants last? Simply put, the answer is no. Annual plants have a life cycle of only 1 year. Annual plants need to be planted each year. If you want them to be present in your garden, annuals are able to complete their entire life cycle in a single growing season. All right, is a petunia a perennial or an annual? Wendy doll, I was just talking about perennials and annuals, and it's nice seeing you. Thanks, honey. Thanks for coming. I'm trying to educate, but I think I'm scaring people off here. But hey, I'll continue forward. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. You're here, and Wendy's husband's the gardener, and Wendy comes to, like you all do, come to see me. If you guys got any answer for any of this, I'm just trying to educate you on the garden side of this. So, a petunia. A petunia. What is a petunia? Is it annual or perennial? Petunias are perennials. I didn't know that, though. Petunias are perennials, although most bedding types are grown as annuals from seed each year. The trailing varieties, such as Cerniferous, are perennials and are grown from cuttings or new plants. Wow. So a certain breed of petunias. So they're both. I didn't know petunias were perennial, so that's new to me. So what are you guys up to today? Do pumpkins come back each year? Every year, the most common question people ask is, do you have to replant the pumpkins every year? Or do they just come up on their own? The answer is yes. We have to replant every single year buying new seeds, which is our number one expense in growing pumpkins. There must be a bunch of pumpkin seeds in the dirt. So they reseed themselves, but they are annual on pumpkin. I knew that, but maybe some people didn't know. Apparently it says a lot of people didn't know that pumpkins are an annual. Lavender's good for the bees. Absolutely. I have lavender, and we were just showing it that lavender comes. I knew that because I have both. I have annual. I get them each year. I got French lavender. That's an annual that dies off, and I get perennials that I have grown from seed, like the video comes up every year. Yes, I hope everybody is well out there. I'm going to have to shake the roof there, guys. Shake the roof. Okay. I like throwing something out there. Let's wake everybody up. There it is, Wendy. I'm waking everybody up for now. Show up very good. I was trying to show this is a good one. Images. Woohoo, baby! Wake up, guys! Woo, party! there any kind of vegetable or fruit or anything? Do you want to know what's a perennial and the annual on them? What grows back every year? What? Any questions on any of this at all, guys? I'll probably do one later because I just think some people are interested in this, and you know, I think it's cool. If not everybody's into gardening, but if you like gardening, you'd like to know what you're going to save money on, and that's kind of what I'm showing you too. The things that are perennials are going to save you money because they grow back every year. You know, a lot of food does. Like, unfortunately, there's a lot of annual plants, which is cool, and they got to regrow. But if you find that you can put a garden of a lot of perennial stuff, you'd be happy with that. That's edible. Now, I see when I start looking this up, a lot of the stuff is actually flowers that are annual more than food. And thank you very much. It says 7 people listening, 4 thumbs up. Okay, I'll ask you, what are you guys doing right now? Wendy, are you crafting? What are you doing, Passion? Sheila, what are you doing back there? You guys, and David, are you still in the building? What's going on with you guys? I was just kind of enjoying my studio here, learning how to use it in the back while I'm live streaming. I'm not in a channel anymore. I'm in the back of my studio, and it's kind of fun learning new things for me. At first I was getting frustrated, but right now it's cool. It gives you everything, how many people are actually here, how many likes you get. It just shows everything. It's kind of cool. It also shows the rate of chat, and the rate of chat tells me nobody's typing right now or talking. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, guys. Thank you for hanging in with me. You guys, I must have bored you to death. You're somewhere else. I thought this would be an interesting subject today. Hi. Oh, is it stuck? Hi. Finally, my female hamster's preggo. Baby's soon to come. Enjoy my 2 snakes. Hey, I can change that. You can? You can change that by chatting here? I was talking about annuals and perennials. There's Misha. I know they're in the background. I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I appreciate all the comments. Did you already say? Yeah. I have it both. I did lavender, Mish. Thank you. I did it. It's annual and perennial. It's both. It's a mixture because I've had both. Yeah. What about other subjects? That's I want to know other ideas if you want to throw out there. What annuals do you know of? What perennials do you know of? We know most vegetables are annuals. Perennials is a hard one. It's flowers. You know. Well, if you guys know name anything flowers that you think that are perennials. Maybe I'll go there. What flowers are perennials? And I have grown some of them. Hollyhock is definitely a perennial. It comes back. And roses can be perennials. Yeah, lemon balm. Yeah, herbs. I didn't even touch herbs. There's certain herbs that are perennials too, that come back. But some of them, whatever dies off isn't. But I know, I'm trying to think of ones that come back. Or chives comes back, and I leave it outside. It doesn't do good in the house, but my chives come back every year. Parsley's not one. There's no way that comes back all the time. But I'm going to name them right here. I'll just Google it here, but let's see. I will name the herbs that are perennials and see if you're shocked or not shocked. All right. It's just like I'm stumped here, but perennial herbs like sage, thyme, they consider lavenders a herb, chives, and mint. Oh, how could I forget mint? But annual like basil and cilantro will not survive on low winter, so they must be replanted each year. So the ones that survive winter, that's the ones they're considering perennial, is sage, thyme, lavender, chives, and mint. And I know that stuff regrows in my garden because I actually have thyme. I like rosemary, but unfortunately rosemary doesn't grow back. Once it dies, it doesn't come back at all. And let's see, just because you put lemon balm out there, I'm going to put I put his lemon balm a perennial, and lemon balm is a perennial herb that grows best in cool weather. It has lemon-scented mint leaves that are often used to refresh lemon hot and cold drinks. It seems like some of them, it looks like some of them like prefer cold weather, so you kind of almost have to put Misha into indirect sun. That's what I was learning with a lot of vegetables this year, that if you move it into indirect sun, it grows much better. That's what I'm going to say. So what have you been up to, Mish? Well, tell me what everyone's doing here. I'll go to that side of it because I'm not, I couldn't keep mine alive either, Misha. For one thing, it was growing inside and the cats decided to bin. I was made an awesome bed and they squished all of them. Yeah, I need to try this inside. Some of the herbs don't like inside either growing. They're really hard to grow because they need really high sun. Like I can tell you that rosemary to me does really good. For me, okay? For you guys may be different. And you can go back and tell me that. But rosemary is one of the plants that grow really good inside for me. Rosemary does. Chive doesn't. Chive grows really nice outside, but doesn't grow inside for me. Even thyme was the same way. I kept it alive for a while. But if you don't constantly water thyme or you overwater it, it's a tricky herb to keep in your house. So like the main herbs I grow normally is rosemary. Grows really nice, and I can do things with rosemary. And parsley's another one that grows nice outside. I kept it alive for a while, but parsley seems to be fun. It's a funky plant to grow, and I tried growing it from seeds. Parsley's another one that was hard to grow. Not really. Not you're talking about inside. No, it grows real. Misha, I wish I would have showed you because I had plans to do things with it. And my daughter, the year I went to, they were doing awesome. You can control rosemary just in a pot inside your house, and it needs sun. It needs a sunny place, but it does really well. You can actually cut rosemary down to design it like bushes and hedges. It's really cool. And unfortunately, my plant was getting so nice that it looked like a nice little tree, and I was going to start forming things with the tree, but it was killed off when I went away. No, rosemary is fantastic to keep in your house, and it smells nice. It smells like pine, It's wood. It's one of my favorite herbs I've always talked about cooking. So if you actually put that plant in your house, you're going to like it. It serves as you can use the stuff to cook with. It looks nice, decorative. It looks really cool. And you guys should try it. And it smells nice. At Christmas time, you want that pine kind of smell. It smells really, really, really nice. I have to pull the ones outside because I didn't reroot any to come in the house. And it reroots itself too. If you take a piece and put it in water, it takes a while, but it will reroot. So then you'll have other pieces and you can kind of combine different pieces in one pot and make it look really good. It's like, to me, it's the end all of herbs for me personally. So I'm going to actually pull the ones I got outside and bring them in the house. And I was just, because we're talking about, that's another thing that I kept alive, a green pepper. I had it last winter. It grew one pepper for me outside. And then it's growing more peppers now. I'm going to bring it in. No, you don't have to water it every day with this. No, just keep the base. Do not, it's better almost, those are one of the plants that you kind of wet a lot and then let it dry in the wintertime. Do not overwater it because you'll kind of make it mushy in the roots. So no, I don't spray it at all. I just water the base of it. I water it nice, and then I wait till it almost dries out, and then I water it again. A lot of plants are like that. I find that I water them way less in the wintertime because there's too much moisture in the air. Oh, you're very welcome. You should give it a try. I ordered rosemary seeds because that's a little challenge for me. But unfortunately, they didn't come. I never grown rosemary from a seed. And so that was another challenge that I wanted to do. And unfortunately, they didn't come. So I will work with the plants. I'm going to show you at a later date what I'm going to do with these, if I can get them going. You know how they do hedges and you form them in? Well, I've already seen them and bought one. You can make them look like a Christmas tree. You can do designs with it. It's really cool, actually. Hey, there she is, Miss Southern Belle. How's it going, doll? You must be so tired. I saw your last video, how much work you've been working on. It's crazy. But you're getting down to the wire and almost be done your house. Hey, you gonna do any gardening when you get your new house up next year? And together we'll put some nice perennials out there. That's what we're talking about, perennials and annuals today. Nice perennial flowers you won't have to do too much work to. Should you want drainage holes? Should you use a pot? Yeah, drainage holes, absolutely, Misha. Like I said, I wish I could show you the plants I had. I just love it. I highly recommend that herb in your house. What do you mean what's going on with just Mike? I don't have a clue. I talked to him 2 days ago, and he's all fine there, Miss Southern Mel. He sounds fine to me. You want a blueberry muffin now? That sounds good. Yeah. Are you missing Mr. Mike? Is that why? Because he's fine. Like I said, I talked to him a couple days ago. You know, guys, I had a lot of company. I was up. I couldn't sleep this morning. I was up at like 4:30 in the morning, and I had a nice conversation going on. We just did a bunch of just talking about different things, and I brought up things that you could do. Apparently, plants that you can put in your house to sleep with. So it was fun this morning. An early one. You were on Short Bus Live today? Oh, okay. So yesterday he said his dad came home. Oh, okay. We were on Short Buses Live. Oh, so you were both on Short Buses Live yesterday? Wait a minute. Just Mike said he was going in the hospital on my comments. Oh, I don't know. I will have to, I don't know. I'll have to leave him a message on, yeah, I know that his dad had issues he was getting out. And Mike has certain things that he has to get fixed up, if that's what he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know exactly why he's going to the hospital. I have no idea. All right, at least I don't recall that. Yeah, he brought his dad home. Yeah. I don't know, Miss Southern Belle. He will always come out and he'll come back and tell us if he wants to. Sometimes Mike's kind of open, but he's not. There's certain things that I leave up to him to talk about if he wants to. Like, he never used to talk about medical issues. He didn't like that. So I almost think that his dad had to go to the hospital. It might be to do with his dad, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's more open than he ever used to be. When I first met Mike could be listening to us right now. He might not be feeling like talking, but sometimes Mike's in the background listening. And you know that. We all know Mike likes to come to my channel. And if he's not in the mood to talk, he'll be listening, and then he'll jump in later when I say goodbye. I think it's fine. If he says it out loud in a conversation meet, I'm sure it's fine. It's all good. He's actually opened up a lot more. He talks a lot openly about his situations than he used to, for sure. You know. So, yeah, I don't know anything major right now about his dad. He would tell you that himself. Yeah. Anyway, so you saw Mike this morning on Short Bus's stream. That's cool. All right, let me go back to my topic for today. Actually, that's a cool picture of lemon balm. Have you used lemon balm a lot, Misha? Let's see. Wow, lemon's got some cool things for it. So we said it was a perennial, and I'm going to pull up a picture of lemon balm, what it looks like. All right, let's grab that. That's what it looks like. Kind of looks like mint leaves, but only bigger. I've never grown it. I'm assuming it smells like lemon. I'll put you. Did it? That's cool. It wasn't on the list of plants to do, but all right. Let me go see. That's interesting, Mish. It put you right to sleep. Hi, Rachel. How's it going? Today is Wednesday. You're in school tomorrow. So this is listed as a perennial, so I'm gonna type that on here. Lemon balm is a perennial. So let's type that. Let's see. As long as you can see it there. And I thought this was cool because as she said, she made tea with it. It says uses for lemon balm, which I'm going to take that. I think that's cool. Right here, all the stuff that it has. Good info on this. I like it. So how you doing, Rachel? Getting ready for school tomorrow? David, where you been, buddy? Thank you for coming. Thanks, guys. 7 likes, 7 thumbs up, 7 people watching. Fantastic. I was up so early in the morning. Gosh, 4:30 in the morning. Oh, any tips? You got the video I did on it, David. I know that people have done it different ways and they put it directly in the ground and it works for them. But I have a video that I showed how to do it, and it's mostly I use above water and do it the roots in water. It takes a while. It'll take a while to grow an avocado, but once it grows, it does. I formed a tree, and unfortunately my grandson kind of killed it off by accident because he didn't water enough. So now I'm going to go regrow some more avocados because it was looking so nice, my plant. It was like at least, I don't know, 3-4 feet tall. And so I have to redo it again. Anyway, since Misha, we're talking about perennials and annuals, and lemon balm's a perennial, I also wanted to show something else. I think this is really cool info on lemon balm because I'm all about you can naturally healing yourself, and I thought this was a good one, Misha, that I came across. It shows all the stuff about lemon balm, and not just using it in tea, but here, let's read this right here. Uses for lemon balm. I love it. I like showing that for myself and all of you guys, if this could help. Okay, so it might be a good perennial plant to grow. Can you guys read all that? Let's see if it's going to be big enough to read. Yep, now I can read it. It was kind of tiny for me, but it says, uses for lemon balm. Lemon balm is a perennial herb used in culinary dishes and for medical purposes. It has a lemony and aroma and is often referred to as mint balm. Look at culinary for flavoring, garnishing, tea drink, salad green, herbal oils, soups, meat dishes, and sauces. So that's really good, Misha, this one. And then medical purposes for upset stomach, bloating, vomiting, headache, toothaches, anxiety, sores, and insect bites. That's really cool. So that is a really good perennial to know, a herb perennial that's like healthy for all of us. That's great. Did you know all that? Did you know how good this was? You probably did, eh, Misha? That's why you grew it. You knew all how healthy that was to have. And I got other notes that says lemon balm is a great healer for what's it? Melancholy, melancholy. It lifts you out of yourself and refreshes your spirit. Drink tea made with lemon balm to generate enthusiasm if you are feeling tired or jaded. Add a spring of lemon balm to the bath water to soothe away stress and dispel nightmares. Drink a lemon balm infusion to ease stomach cramps due to stress. Like, it has a lot of stuff that apparently really, really good stuff for you. Insomnia treatment, digestive aid, anxiety, indigestion and heartburn, wound treatments, headaches, fever reducer, decreases congestion, cold sores, nervousness. Wow. And the list goes on and on and on. Yeah, what else? Oh, the volume is on low. My volume is low? You guys can't hear me? Let me see. Oh, it's pretty high for me. I'll put it higher. Was that better there? I don't want to blow your ears out, guys. Oh. Yeah, you guys, this is what I was talking about this morning too. Just different things that would try and see if it works. None of this stuff is harmless to you. And if it works, come back and tell me it works for you. I think this is good stuff to pass out. Anything that is going to help people not using drugs. Like, I'm not saying, I've went over this and over this. I'm not saying not to use drugs. But if there's something that you can prevent to take drugs that is a proven factor that it works, and people say, yeah, no, try it. It really is good stuff. I think it's good. It's helpful to everybody. So, and it falls under, is it an annual or perennial? The subject for today. Well, the volume's fine for you. Yeah, I have seeds if you need to send any, if you can't find it. It's a great perennial. Yeah, absolutely. Perennial it is. It's fantastic. Let's see what, and I love rosemary, so let's see. I'm going to do something on rosemary. I want to see how good rosemary is, what the health benefits are, so. Which is rosemary annual perennial. And the answer is, oh, so it is a perennial outside. Their answer is rosemary is a perennial outside in zones 7 to 10. So you have to have hotter weather for rosemary to come back. I don't. It dies off for me outside, and it can easily die off in your house if it dried out. You gotta water it, but don't let it go overly dried out, but dried enough that you re-water it and it's happy. So, and let's see. Who likes rosemary? Does anybody like rosemary? Hey, Susan, how's it going? Welcome, Susan. We're doing, the subject, as you can see in the front, is perennial and annuals, and we talk a little bit of everything else. But if you got some, see, it's going to say, it's got rosemary plant survive winter, and I know it can't because it doesn't survive here. And it has to be, yeah, if you have a 6, it's not going to survive. You got to go higher than that. On the fall, when the temperature dips to 30, it's to bring rosemary indoors. See, they don't want you to leave it out. If it goes too low, it's going to die off. But I guess they consider it a perennial, but I don't consider a perennial. My definition is it's going to come back no matter where you are, whatever zone it is. A true perennial is going to come back for you, no matter how cold it gets. But it's listed as a perennial. Oh, can you eat rosemary? Oh my gosh, let me show. Can you eat I'm going to get an image of rosemary plant. Rosemary plants. Let's see. This is how it can bush out. And if If it doesn't die out in your area, you have a whole hot enough area, it's going to look like this. I want to show you what rosemary looks like. And then I'm going to show you, did you say, can you eat it? Oh my God, David, rosemary is fantastic in dishes. All right, so let's get the image. This is really, really big bush. So this is where I'm saying you can cut it and trim it and design it. That's why it gets so big. And you can turn this into something. If you cut a stem, it grows in several spaces, or places, not spaces, after you cut it down. That's rosemary. And then I want to show you something. All right, David, this is rosemary chicken. I don't know if you're not familiar with it, but let me show you what rosemary chicken can look like if you cooked with it. They normally put lemon and rosemary together, and I'm going to show you a picture how good this looks. And I like it on roast beef a lot. It's yummy on roast beef. All right, what do we got here? Hey, vegan's in the house. Hi, vegan. Nope, you don't have to have it that big. It'll only grow the size. You can control it in the house. If they didn't kill off my plant, I had it for over a year, and that's how it gets outside. But if you leave it in a pot and cut it down and water it, it's controlled in a pot. Just like, mint. If you let mint go outside, it's wild and crazy, Misha. But if you control it and keep it in a pot, you can control mint in pots. That's how I would do it. Yeah. This I want to show you because I'm getting hungry now just trying to show you this picture. All right, let's see. Sorry, but I'm going to make you hungry. There it is. Actually, I'm going to leave it like that because that's a dish that you can make using rosemary. It's rosemary lemon chicken. And if you haven't done that before, it's really good. Rosemary and lemon go really nice together. I think David, if you've seen bush light, you will know. You will know that the smell. Rosemary is a kind of a pine kind of smell. It smells really nice. It smells really nice, and I recommend it to grow it at least indoors in a pot. It's a good herb. It's one of my favorites. And thyme's nice too. Thyme has a lighter taste, but you can put thyme and rosemary in a lot of dishes together, and they kind of work together. They work really well. Yeah, they work really well. And let me see if I could I'm going to put roast beef with rosemary because I love. See if I can get an image of that. And garlic too, rosemary and garlic. Let's see. All right, this I'm trying. Oh, this looks good. I'm trying to get a really picture to make you want to go out and use it in your cooking because it's such a nice herb if you haven't used it before. It's strong. What are zones? Everybody has a zone area of growing zone, okay? And 7 to 10 is a higher one, so that means you can grow things that need like a tropical plant needs a higher zone. A lot of plants need the higher, like Florida would be a really higher zone. Arizona is a higher zone, and we have cold. So the colder it gets, the number is going to drop, David. So you can't grow as many things as you could, or you can grow them in the summertime when the heat is hot, but they will not stay alive. They'll die off as soon as the wintertime comes. Let's see if I can put it on the other side. Well, thanks, Mish. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Misha, thank you. All right, let me find my chicken. Oh, no, look at this roast beef. Sorry, but I can't help it. Let me shrink this up. So now you're going to get what this plant does. It's such an amazing herb. But look, David, you can have roast beef with it too. And it tastes as evenly delicious as the chicken. Thanks for sharing on my favorite subject, food. I love food. And if you, my zone I think is 7. I always have to, I should write it down. I think it's between a 6 and 7 because it's a colder area. He goes, stop. It's good though. I got to get you hungry. Yummy. I never use it on, oh, you got to use it. Misha, you got to. It's delicious on roast beef. As well, it's good on chicken, but roast beef, it's really nice. It gives a beautiful taste. You're in zone 6? Yeah, I think you can Google it. Okay, so all I would do is put where you are. We put what zone is, and whatever. When I'm going to put where I'm Windsor, and it says Canadian zone 7. So, which, let's see if it's equal to, for example, Detroit, Michigan is Hardy zone 6, whereas Windsor, Ontario is literally, I'd said that before, so I was right, it is 7. But we're right across, and it's dropped the zone just being right across the river. We have a higher temperature, apparently, than Detroit, Michigan. So Detroit is 6. I'm Canadian 7. Again, I'm zone 7. So you Google it, it comes out, it's pretty easy to do, to figure out which zone you're in. It says you are 6B. Not for me. I put what zone is Windsor, Ontario, and it says Canadian zone 7. According to what I'm Googling, Mish. I don't know what zone you're looking at. Maybe you're looking at something different. Are there seeds? Yes, you can buy rosemary seeds, but it's better to buy the plant because the plant comes out every year. The rosemary is sold every year during the summertime. You want to know what a zone is? It's a growing zone. Everything has a growing zone. Rachel, for instance, I'll tell you what your growing zone is. Now, Misha, it might be a different chart, so she could be right, but it's saying when I Googled it, it said zone 7, and that's the second time I've done this. So if I put what zone is New Orleans in, it will tell me you should be a higher, oh my God, you're 9A. New Orleans is 9A. So see, she's extremely, don't plant, you're too high. Don't plant, hey Kathleen, good morning. Okay, I'll tell you what Alabama is. You need to give me a city though. Give me a place where it is. I told you, don't grow the seeds. It's not good for you, for them to be there, Rachel, like I told you the other day. Don't grow milkweed. Do not grow milkweed because it won't die off. That's too high. That's extremely high growing weather. Kathleen says, and hello, good morning, Kathleen. Welcome to the chat. 7A, 7B. We're talking about annuals, perennials. If you wanted to put anything idea out there, what you were surprised to know was a perennial or you thought was a perennial and it's an annual. Yeah, give all that stuff if you want to talk about it. So anyways, you got Alabama. Where did you say? I'm in Gump. Okay, watch. I'll get you your zone right now. Let's find them. What zone is GUMP? Alabama. So your growing zone is, well, what does it say? It says Forrest Gump. All right, let me put Alabama because it's not giving me, I'm doing something wrong. It's spelled wrong. Alabama. Let's see. Growing zone. Alabama, you have 3 different ones depending on where you are. It says Alabama is 7, 8, and 9. So depending on where you are in Alabama, you're a 7, 8, or 9. So you have warmer weather than I do, it looks like. Or equal to it. Oh, Gump equals, oh. Okay, I'll tell my mom don't grow the milk. Yeah, don't grow the milkweed. It has to die out like I was telling you. Because it's not healthy for the monarchs if you do it. I saw videos on it. it has to die off to kill off the germs and all whatever's on milkweed to come up again. And so a perfect time coming here to Canada because it grows up by the time butterflies need to lay their eggs. It's grown and it's a new season and it comes back. Yeah. Day that is 8. There you go. Misha said she must have looked it up. It's 8. That's a good growing rate. Why would 9? The 9s is a good, it's hot, Rachel. I don't, for human beings, you're too hot, but for plants, they're going to love it. That's hot weather. You can grow all kinds of stuff there. You should do really good. Really good. Thanks for letting us know where he is. 8A. 8A is good. That's good. You're good. You guys are really good. Yeah, absolutely. Rachel, you guys are better than I. If I had the growing zones like you have, I could grow all kinds of stuff. Like we were talking with Drop, his channel. It's too hot for people, but for growing it, it's really good. You could do potatoes. You could do all kinds of stuff and keep them stored in the ground. And you could have them probably all year long. You too, David. You can grow many things more than I can grow with that zone as long, because it's not going to freezing point. That's what's good about it. Yeah, absolutely, Misha. That's what I keep telling him. Don't grow milkweed. No. Nope. I was trying to promote people growing milkweed for the butterflies, but I will tell you guys again that if you have weather that they don't die off, that's not good. You can't grow milkweed. You have to have a winter cycle where it kills off the milkweed and comes back and reseeds itself. That's what you're looking for. If for some reason you do milkweed and it stays, they were doing it. I saw a video on it, and the guy was talking about it, that a lady was growing this particular kind of milkweed, and it was killing. It has something kind of fungus or something to it, and the milkweed has to die off. That's just the way it is for butterflies. Yeah, no, I know you got it, Rachel. But yeah, I don't want to promote something that I'm going to harm the butterflies, not at all. So only people that can grow it within where it dies off and has a winter season is the ones that should be growing milkweed. And I had already showed the other day that I already collected my perennial milkweed, and I have the common milkweed stored. And I have to get the exact name. The plants did not, all they said was perennial milkweed. I'm not sure what, there is a name for every kind of milkweed, and there's a whole variety, which I've said before on it. And I'm not sure what variety I have. It's a really pretty red-yellow flower, so I probably could figure it out. But when I bought the plant, it just says perennial milkweed. So this is, it's kind of cool. We're getting into the conversation more here about a little bit of stuff, which I'm happy about. You guys, we're getting on the perennial and annual side. Is there anything you guys want to talk about to do with that, though? You know, if you're interested, if that's maybe you're not interested, that's okay. I got to bring up different subjects to grab people's attention anyways to my channel. So if annual and perennial is not your thing, that's okay. But if it is, maybe you want to make a comment or say, people want to know, I always wondered if this was, and then we kind of research it together to see what it says. Is it one or is it not one? You know, I would really like to do things and grow things that were, it would save you money and time. It seems to me there's not a lot of food wise on the perennial side of this. And I wish there was, because that is something, if I could find a lettuce, it doesn't. A lettuce is annual. But if you could find food that grew back every year, it would be great. You thought I said animal? No. So if anybody knows something, what do you know in the food wise that could be an annual to eat? Like there is tons of flowers, okay? And there's edible flowers, which I've done a live stream before on, that you can eat and it's safe to eat. But I want to know as far as like, you know, we're talking about rhubarb is perennial, talking about asparagus is perennial. Those are all edible plants. Like, I'm trying to think of other ones. And a lot of them are annual that are edible, not perennials. I would think that Rachel wouldn't get any snow, David, on a 9A, 9B. No, she definitely would not get it on that zone. That's way too high. I want to put this, let's see what it says. What growing zone does it snow in? I'm just making this up. And let's see what it says. Hardness zone is geographic area defined to encompass a certain range of climates. Higher zones can be found in Hawaii, up to 12, and Puerto Rico, 13. The southern, middle, and the colder zones. Another issue is that the hardiness scale do not take into account reliability of snow cover. So it's not really giving what zones are for planting, and they got what zones, and they got 9 to 11. United States Department of Agriculture zones 9 to 11 are areas with lowest temperature at 25 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That means a freeze is rare, and daytime temperatures are warm even in winter. So there you go. So anything that has a hardy zone of 9 to 11 is, you're probably rarely going to see snow. And then you can grow all year long. It's actually quite cool. You definitely know. Does anyone know how to transplant tubers when it's best? Spider lilies. That's the question. Does anybody have an answer? Does anyone know how to transplant tubers when is best? Spider lilies. Now, I don't have a spider lily. And does anyone know? All right, so. So does anybody have experience? And I'm going to put what it says on here because I don't have that. But it says lilies produce from bulbs and need to divide and transplant in the fall for the best results. Experts say late September, early October is when to move lilies. Immediately start transplanting lily bulbs once they have been lifted. The best time to transplant lily will depend on your zone. So that's what it says about a lily bulb. I was trying to think, because you're saying tubers, and I did put, okay, let's see. Edibles used for medical purposes. It does snow on top of the mountains in Hawaii. Oh, does it? Aren't most I would think most edible flowers for medical I would probably think a lot of them were, Kathleen. I don't know that for a fact, but probably. You're probably right. The stuff that normally I was showing that are edible to eat, but there's always some kind of nutritional factor in them. And I think normally when I did it before, they're attached to some kind of medical, medical stuff for sure. If I did a thing on it, like even marigolds are, an edible. I don't know how much I'm going to throw that out just since you talked about our most flowers. So we're going to go marigold and the nutritional factor medical purposes for marigold. That's what I'll do. All right, let's see what it says. Marigolds. Oh, okay. So, for instance, marigold says medical flowers support skin healing, contains natural antiseptic, anti-inflammatory properties, comprise precursors to the production of antioxidant vitamin A, reduces eye infection and protects from UV and antioxidant damage, helps to soothe the mucous membrane of the throat while easing the pain. So, and I think it looks like you got to use it in a tea form. Marigolds, medical flowers. Yeah, we did this one before. Marigolds are eaten as petals or leaves, raw or blanched, fresh or dry, sweet or savory. To prepare marigolds, pull entire plant from the stem, and as you hold them in firmly in your hand with scissors, cut off the white, pale, greenish heels, as this could give a bitter taste if not removed. So we're just using marigold as one, but yeah, you're probably right. A lot of them have that medicinal purposes for sure, Kathleen. You're probably 100% right. Everybody is saying good morning to each other. That's fantastic. All right, I got to shake things up. You know, I'm going to do that. I want to shake things up a little bit. Shake things up a little bit. There we go. That's good to know. Thank you for throwing that out there, Mish. Good info. Dancing now? Ugh. There we go. That was fun. That's what I say. I'll stir things up every so often. All right, let's do, what is the best perennial to grow? I'm going to just throw things out there. All right, we're back to flowers. So it seems like to me that when I do perennials, like I said, most of them they're not edible. I was trying to find things that are edible perennials, and most of them are flowers. And it says 19 of the most popular perennials: allium, ornamental onions, lavandula, lavender, cedium, stonecrop, Shasta daisy, false indigo, tick seed is Coreopus. I tried growing that, but it didn't. The seeds didn't take, so I don't think I got good seeds. But anyways, cornflower. So these are all perennials that I guess are listed on the most popular perennial to grow. I am still looking for things edible because that's what I want. I want to find things edible for everybody's garden. So you can regrow it. It doesn't take much work and fill your belly at the same time because perennials are so easy to do. So. And if anybody, that's what I want to know. Does anybody know, like I said, rhubarb, asparagus? Name some perennials that will come back every year that are food, not flowers. Food. Anybody? Because it's like causing me blank. I don't know a lot of things that. Strawberries. I'll take it back. I got strawberries. So I know strawberries. What did we say? Strawberries, rhubarb, asparagus are the three I have in my garden. Anybody else have anybody else? Shasta daisy sounds neat. Yeah. Is there any other edible perennials? I like to know that. I want to know what everybody could grow that would come back every year. So, I'm going to do it again. I want to see what's edible. Okay, so what are the best, let's say, edible. All right, we have, well, I found something, but I really don't like, this is weird. So it's got artichokes, need a warm protective spot. 23 edible perennials. Okay, so, but it's going to depend on the heat and the zone that you're growing things in. So we have listed here, it says, let me find them all. Artichokes, asparagus, there's a kind of spinach, which is interesting. Caucasian, Caucasian spinach. Shufa, which is called, I guess, tiger nut. There is a Chinese yam that comes back, I guess. I like daylilies, which I don't know what that's under the food part of it, but ground nut, hostas, we're talking about elephant garlic, leaf celery, pink plume, it's a specific brand, and we got perennial onions, which I should get a hold of them. Turkish rockets, yankon, sorrel. These are all apparently edible perennials. It says, oh, does it? Article says, it says, yeah. Kale and berries. Berries are, I don't know if I classified it as berries come back every year, but I don't think berries are classified as a perennial, but it does come back every year, which is cool. It says some sweet potatoes, which is interesting. A certain variety. This is the stuff that I think I would grow. If I could find the stuff that would come back every year, I would have that in my garden automatically. I'm going to put that. Is berries considered a perennial? Okay, so it says perennial berries, hardy, easy to cultivate, resist to disease, and yield. Quick yield berry bushes are perfect for just about any garden environment. So, for perennial fruit gardens, so I guess they classify berries under which berries are perennials. Okay. All right, so they classify berries as perennials. Blueberries, while blues are commonly found in supermarkets, it wasn't that the varieties were developed that could be reliable cultivated. Gooseberries, so they're considering all the berries perennial because they come back every year. So that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. I thought berries was its own thing. King, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. How's it going, King? We were just doing your place the other day, eh? Whoever was in my live stream the other day, yesterday, I was showing, or no, last night, early this morning, I was showing, was it early this morning or yesterday? I'm losing track of days, that I was showing cities of where everybody was from. As a live stream, I was doing that. It was fun. So, welcome back, King. King, do you know of any perennials we're talking about? How about annuals are kind of easy. We can talk about from carrots to everything almost grown, like 80%, let's say 80% are perennials, or annuals, sorry. 80% annuals, which is carrots, and everything you pull out of the ground that doesn't come back, it's all edible. What I'm trying to find is stuff that you could have every year to make it simple. But I also wanted this live stream was to determine if you didn't know what annual perennial meant, and what was and what wasn't, was my thing that I wanted to kind of explain to people and teach people about, and things learn myself about it. Made some good sweet potatoes a few days ago. Great. Did you have fun, King? I'm trying to keep it fun. Thank you, guys. 13 people are listening. I got 11 thumbs up, and I've been on for 1 hour and 27 minutes, which is awesome. I really wanted to come on, and I really did want to do a subject, and I wrote subjects to deal with every time I come on. You know my channel. I want to do a subject to keep you interested, and then we can talk about pretty well, which we did, everything. So I got winter gardening. I shoved on there already. I did that yesterday, actually, or the day before. I think, actually, Kathleen, you gave me plant pollinators of the garden. What can pollinate? What brings the pollinators to your garden? Hydroponics. The one I want to do is lasagna gardening. Yeah, growing milkweed, which we talked about before, but I'll do it again. I like this one too, how to reserve rainwater, which is, I want everybody's input on these ideas that I bring up, not just mine or what I read. If you guys got any background on this and you want to throw in whatever you've tried before on any of the subjects of any live stream I do, please throw it in there. It helps everybody. I'm going to replay this and do my homework about this annual and perennial. Oh, thanks. What are you doing? I'm going to replay this and do my homework about this annual and perennial thing. Yeah, David, homework? What are you doing homework in? What are you working on, David? Are you going in school? You're doing something in school to get a new job, which is fantastic. I think it's great. King, did I talk about what you grow? You said you do a little bit of gardening. Did you say that? It'd be cool to get everybody involved for next year too, to get involved with gardening. Yes, I have it's October. I got to finish up that tomato challenge. That's coming up shortly, and figure out more creative ideas for the upcoming next year. But definitely, it's cool to talk about what I'm going to do. I'm still going to be gardening throughout the year. I'm going to show you how to grow things. I just can't put them outside. I'm going to be putting my plants and flowers, whatever I grow, in my greenhouse, and then I'm going to put them outside when I can. However, if you're growing flowers and you want to do them for next year, you better start them earlier, January, February, because flowers take forever to grow, a long time. I have, sitting in my window, I had a while back somebody pick out one of the flowers that I was going to grow. Now they're going to bloom and they're in my house. They should actually be outside, these plants. One is a carnation, and the other one, I got to grab the package that I want to tell you about. There it is. All right, so it was too late to put outside the Cleome. So I did a video on that. Cleome incarnations take a long time, trust me. So if you got any flowers, you're going to have to start them really early. So let's say you want flowers, do them first, and then start your, peppers, whatever you want. And another thing is, I should have started from this, but container gardening for peppers is kind of cool. I didn't add that because I didn't do a video, but I want to tell you that this pepper plant that I grew, I brought it in the house to save it for last winter, and I'm going to bring it again because the weather's getting too cold. It's going to kill the plant off. But I brought it in, and now it's got 3 flowers on it. So this plant is continuing. Normally that is an annual. A pepper plant is an annual, but if you bring it in the house, you can have it for a long time. It seems to me, I'm going to test how many years I can keep this green pepper growing. It's growing at a smaller rate than normal from outside, but it's still growing and still living. It's a little cool, so I'll probably be taking it in pretty soon. And I'll transplant it in a cleaner pot because I don't want all the bugs with it. And I'll just put it in another pot and see how many years I can keep this pepper plant growing, because I thought it was cool. You guys want peppers, you don't want to waste it, bring in some of the plants in your house if you got room. Put it in a high sun area, and then put it back out when the summertime comes. When the spring weather's hotter, bring it back out and let it go. Continue keeping the plant. Why waste them and let them die off? Anyway, that's just a suggestion, and it's going on with my topic about annual and perennials. I think he meant studying up on all we're sharing on perennials. Oh, okay. Misha, I'm doing good, thank you. And how are you today? As I'm sleepy. He is sleepy. All right, buddy. No, well, my pepper grew, Mish. It wasn't a big pepper in a pot, but it grew, and I had a nice pepper, and I had it for a salad. And I got 1 pepper plant, but that's what I think container gardening is going to work. I just have to figure out what exactly we can put on it to get the plant have more energy, and I think it could do really well. I do. I think container gardening, we need to add something to the container, like I've been saying. So I want to find out. I want to see if I can find something that you can buy that's organic, and fiddle with that to see if it helps the plant better to give you more fruit and bigger things. Because so far, like I showed you, I did cucumbers, but it's getting too cold. I should have started them earlier in the plant, in the container. I found everything's working. It's just I should have did them earlier. But like I said, I don't know. I just started them late, and I should have started them earlier. But I had everything on the go at the same time, so I can't possibly have the time to grow everything in containers and everything in my yard all equally at the same time. But nonetheless, and don't even start me on the gourds. Oh my gosh. I pulled the gourds and cut them. They're in my shed right now, and they're going to dry out, and I'm going to see how they go for next year. And I'll show you what they look like later. Like, are you still here listening? I'm going to ask you guys, whoever grew Kathleen, Misha, whatever. Oh, portulana. I have that. I tried to grow them from seed. I found the seeds, but the seeds didn't germinate, so I'm going to say that. I'm doing a great job. Oh, thanks, Miss Southern Belle. Thank you, doll. It's always nice to have a boost of confidence. How many, you know how many did I get? You're not going to believe this. And Misha, I wish you would have been there. I want to take a quick picture before I put my gourd out. I bought a gourd. I got 19 gourds. A few, not much. Okay. Cuttings is best. In winter, I will grow marigolds. Portulaca flowers is good. You think cuttings is better? I want to grow things from seed, though. I need to know that I could do it. I think it, to me, King, when you take something from a seed and grow it into a huge plant, it's kind of like makes you feel good. I'm talking about I grew rhubarb from a tiny little seed, and now they're huge plants. And I did that, 2 years ago. So it's really cool what you can do. Yeah, I got 19, and there's still more, Mish. If there's got to be a good over 5 out there, babies. I don't know if they'll make it, though, because it's getting too cold and the leaves are starting to die off. But I still have more than that. I have 19 I can officially say that I cut down, and they're drying in my shed. And I have more still growing on the vines. Oh, God, I think I counted at least 5 baby ones. I don't know if they're going to get pollinated and I'm going to get more, but wow. Well, let's work on that. It's been a slow year. Let's see. Why do you think that peppers didn't grow? Are you going to paint any of them? Yeah, I'm going to do a video on one of the ones. I bought a new gourd, Miss Southern Belle. It's one of these, you know. I didn't grow them. I'm trying to get the seeds from them. I'm so excited to grow this. Give me a second, and I'm going to get... Because the ones I grew were bottleneck gourds, and I thought, this is another Calabar... I want to say the right name of it, so just give me a second. But I bought one, and I'm going to get seeds from it. I'm going to decorate this one. And my other ones, I can't decorate till they dry. That's going to take a year. Like, it's not till next year that the gourds will dry out. Like, when you first get them, they're freaking heavy. They weigh a ton. And then as time goes, they're going to probably mold, and they dry up, and they go really hard. And all the inside dries out, and they become really, really light after. But it takes a long time. So if you're ever wanting to buy a gourd that's already made, and you wonder why it's so expensive, it's a growing time and letting it sit. That gourd, by the time it's done and ready to grow, is a year old. So that's why when I thought $15 for this gourd was a lot of money. But then I had to take into consideration, being a gardener, that's a long time that guy had to grow it for. Then he had to put it in the shed for a year. So, and he's a person that I buy stuff for. So I went, no, I'm going to get it. Anyways, let's see. Just want to show you again. Oh, see, that's the one I want. I want it to look like, I'm going to show you, I don't know if I can get this picture, but this is kind of what I want my gourd to look like. So I can switch the neck part of it. This is what I'm aiming for my gourd to be looking like. These ones are going to be simple, but I might carve things in it later. But the first one I do, this is what it's going to look like. Let me... I'm trying to do a couple of things, so let me save this image and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I want it simple so I can change the ribbon out and it can sit outside on the porch. But I also should do one that looks like a Canadian goose. Now they're calling them goose gourds, but they're not. They look like a goose, but that's not the name of the seed at all. I'm saying it's calla something. I want to show you a couple of these. Let me get set here, and then I'm gonna bring them up. All right. That's not the right one I want to get. Here we go. This would be a good one. Bottleneck, but it's still not the one. There are so many types of gourds. This is the one I have, but I am looking for. Is that the one? Nope, that's not it either. I want to get the specific name for it. Why can't I? It's like I'm lost for words. It's with the, it's. I think it's Calabanti, something like that. Oh, you can't hear me? Yeah, I am painting it. Portulacca you can grow with some cuttings. Are you going to paint? Okay, yeah, I'm going. Can you hear me or not? I'm trying to find some pictures of something. But I want to get the typical name of what the gourd is called. All right, I know what I have to go to Amazon. And the seeds. Well, they got a snake one that looks like a snake. Really cool. All right. See, I'm not finding the seeds for what I want to show you. Where is it? See, I guess you can't even find... they even have a... It looks like an apple. There, I found it. Oh, it says a cobra seed. It's still not what the exact name of the one I want to get. Well, I want to put the name to it, but I can't seem to find it. And there's gourd birdhouses. As I got a bottleneck gourd, the ones I have. It's got cobra seed gourds. Wow. But this is... The only way I can do is show you the pictures of them painted already. And I'm trying to get the exact name for them, which I had before. Where is it? Okay, anyways, let me show you what I'm talking about as far as the one I bought. And anybody that knows me, how much I love doing, the reason I grew gourds was I wanted to design them and decorate them. So this is 2 ways, but there's tons, and I can actually use a burning tool, a carving tool, and of course, there they are. But mine's going to be more simple. I want to do it like this, so I can use it at Christmas, any Halloween. I can just put a ribbon, and that's one of the gourds I got right here. They look like that. I have to drill it, sand it. I'm going to do a video on it, what I'm going to do with it, but it's going to be like that. So that is the one design. Isn't that cute? They never stand right, so you literally have to sand the bottom. I was trying to find one that would sit up. So I literally am going to have to sand the bottom of it. And you can go as more detail. Like I said, I could take chisel out kind of like feathers on the bottom half of that. I'm not planning on doing it this time. I just want to get them done so I can put them out for Halloween as a decoration outside. The white will really pop with the orange and the blacks. Like it'd be my decorations kind of like right now, Thanksgiving, because we do it in October plus Halloween. So it'll be a Thanksgiving, Halloween combined. Like right now I have Thanksgiving out. Once Thanksgiving passes, I'll add a few Halloween things to it. And easy peasy. I took care of 2 holidays and it looks pretty good. outside. I'm kind of happy with what I've done so far. Let's see. And here is another one. Let me grab. These look like Canadian geese, so I'm almost tempted to do this. This is a little more work because of the details on it. And they kind of simplified it, but here you go. Here's one that kind of looks like a Canadian geese. Oops. So. And like I'm hoping that his seeds are going to be cool. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Misha. I love doing that. Like I used to do separate things. I'd take all of it down. I had a hard time finding Thanksgiving things for crafts or anything. I really do. I still have a hard time. I cannot find like tons of napkins or any kind of ornaments to do with Thanksgiving. It's so hard for me to find here. So I grab what I can, but so these geese can be turned into, like I said, if you make it white, then all you got to do is decorate a ribbon and switch the ribbon out to make it look like Thanksgiving, Easter, whatever, Christmas, and the gourds are outside. And all I'm going to do is paint it, seal it, and leave them outside. And they're kind of cool. You can do all kinds of ideas with them. So that's one. And like I said, I'm going more for the white. I'm going to be painting my white. I'm going to be painting my white just because I think the white will pop. I have different colors going on my front porch is dark browns. You'll have the blacks, the oranges, the yellows. So this should really pop. What do we got? Yeah, dress it up for each holiday. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just giving you guys some idea. That's kind of what I had talked about when I said I kind of liked it. I talked about gourds over a year ago. Probably 2 years ago, I said, I got to get a hold of some gourds. I can't wait to grow it. I hope I can grow them. Well, a year, 2 years later, I can tell you I have 19 gourds in my thing, and I'd hate to mail it to anybody. There's no way I could mail it now. That thing, each gourd probably weighs like freaking 10, 20 pounds. It's very heavy, the gourds to lug. It's kind of like, it's got to be at least 10 pounds, because when I pick up a 10-pound bag, each one of those gourds weigh about equal to at least 10 pounds. Yeah. You want to see what? I'd like to see you decorate your porch. I'd like to see you decorate your porch. Maybe I'll have to do that another time. I'll tell you what, this is what I'm going to do, Mish. I will obviously on the other channel, I'm going to do a video decorating this. Cute quacks me up. I'm going to do a video on how I decorated it on the other channel. And then the very last thing will be a picture of the decorations where I put it. That's what I'll do. Yeah, absolutely, Kathleen. The weight won't be as much. Absolutely. It decreases like probably 3/4. If I weighed the duck that I have, matter of fact, I'm going to try to take a real quick picture of it, okay, guys? So let me play a music, and I got my duck here, and I'm going to show you what they look like in 1 minute. But let me grab, I'm just going to, what do we got here? Right there. I'm going to grab this song, and I'll be right back in a minute. right, I still need a couple minutes. I just grabbed my camera to show you. Those of you might have saw it the other day. So I'm just putting it on my counter to show you what they look like unfinished. All right, and you guys are all talking amongst each other. And like I said, the subject today was perennial animals. You want to know anything about it, ask questions. If you know things about you want to pass on, throw it out there. And I'm going to show you the gourd I bought. I had to pay $15 for it, but it'll have seeds in it. If I can grow them next year. I already got other kind of seeds I ordered too. I have another set of seeds, but I really all right. Oh, I think I cut off the beak here. All right, let me pull it out there. Okay. Perfect timing. Let's go. I'm gonna grab it right now. So this, the necks are not the same as this one, but I think I can it still might turn out pretty cool. I hope so. I have no idea until I do a project whether I like it or not, but I do my best until I finish it off. So here's what the gourd I bought for looks like for when you pay $15. Now I know that people were on the other channel and saw it, but those of you who didn't, I got it right here. I just took it 2 seconds ago. That's what that gourd looks like before you paint it and decorate it. See, a mold goes on it. That's why you got to watch this. I will not put this in the garage. The guy that I bought it from says, oh, it didn't mold over, but it does. That's mold. That's black mold on there. And I'm going to be working with a face mask when I go to sand it down. I'll be protecting my face on it because, like I said, it dries up, but it puts a mold on it, a black mold, which you're not recommended to put it anywhere. You can put it in a garage as long as you're not going to be out there all the time. So I put it in my shed so that it's safe for me, that I don't have to worry about breathing that in, especially because of my lungs. Anyways, there you go. What do you think of that? When they dry out, won't weigh much. I would think loofah will be fun to, yeah, I want to grow that one too, Kathleen. That is going to be amazing. You need a trellis for that too. Yeah, loofah is great. And matter of fact, King, if King is still out there, he might have left. King, we were just talking about that yesterday, Kathleen. King, they make recipes, they make Indian food, and they use it when the loofah is small. You can eat it. Any of the gourds, apparently, you can eat when they're really tiny. Yeah. Ooh, the tip looks like a snake head. Yeah, I'm going to cut that off. It won't look like that, I promise. But that's what they look like. These lemon that is pink on the inside and variegated yellow and green outside. I really want to get a tree. Oh, yeah? I really want to get a tree? What's the name of the tree? Lemon? Lemon? All right, let's see. I'm going to leave that up because I know Kathleen runs a little bit behind. Let's see what she's talking about. I think she's saying that. Let's put what that looks like. Oh, they got lemon when I put lemon. You're talking about a lemon tree? What are we talking about? You're talking about nice looking gourd. Yeah, that's the gourd. I'm gonna cut the. It could get away with the snake looking snake, but I'm gonna cut the top of that. Like the tip is gonna be cut off, and then from there I gotta sand it down and paint it and seal it and all that for outside. So there's a lemon that is pink. I put lemon. What does a lemon look like? Limon. Is it lemon tree? Let's see. I couldn't get that. And they're going to give me lemon tree, I betcha. No, it throws me to lemon. It throws me to lemon when I try to look at what that is. All right, let me go back to... So it says 8 like, and I'm probably going to get off very shortly, but I wanted to show you that gourd anyways. And I will on a later date when I think people were like, you know, we'll get more into detail. I really do like talking about annual and perennials, and I'll probably do it not later on down the road, like months from now. I will bring this subject again, and we'll see who comes in the channel and who's interested, and throw some feedbacks on it. Because it's cool. I'm getting you prepared for next year. What are you going to grow? Like, that's another thing. How about we talk about the plans of what you're going to grow for next year? The new things you want to add to the garden, or is it you're going to keep the same things that you're going to grow in a garden? I'm just curious. I have to grow... Oh, I have to go love and aloha. Oh, you too, Kathleen. Okay. Thanks, doll. Thanks, guys. Aloha to everybody, and aloha to Kathleen. What do you do? What do you mean? What do you got in the fall garden? I really want to get into this stuff there, Mish. I need to know. We know there's not a lot in cold weather you can grow, but if there's anything new besides garlic and onions, guys, tell me what you can grow outside in a low weather conditions. Yes, have a wonderful day, Kathleen. I might as well. I got a couple more minutes. I'll keep it to the 2-hour mark. But it was fun. I mean, I know sometimes my live streams start a little bit slow, but then we get into it and we get a little off track. But it's cool. Lettuce, collard, spinach, and broccoli. Oh, you still have broccoli growing? Lettuce can go. I think I still got lettuce growing, Mish. I should do that next year. Oh, turnips too. How about snow cones? You're jumping in there. Are you at the last minute drop? I think lettuce could go. I want to see how long lettuce goes. I have it growing still, but barely. I know that I have done lettuce. I'm trying to think of how many times. 3 times, 3 to 4 times I've grown lettuce this year. So it would be kind of cool. I did go away, so I didn't do it. But it'd be kind of interesting to see if I could sit there and grow lettuce 5 times. Yeah, drop. You couldn't resist, eh? I know, eh? So yeah. I mean, I think lettuce, I'd like to see how long it grows for me. I might get mid-October maybe, before it dies out. Because it definitely, and spinach is hard for me to grow. I have had tons of issues with spinach not growing right. Which that's the other thing. I'm going to challenge myself to do the things that don't grow. Try it again and figure out why. Cauliflower is a good candidate, but I'm not fond of it. Oh, you don't like cauliflower now? Broccoli's good. The lettuce can take some frost. Yeah. I guess I could have grew it one more time because I went away for, almost a month. I would have probably grew another batch of lettuce. But I know that I'm trying to say, I talked to you about it 3-4 times I did it. So if I start my lettuce indoors, every time I start the lettuce indoors, it just works better for me. Start it indoors, separate it into little cups, and then I put them all outside at a variety, like every 2 weeks apart. So 3-4 times. So I probably could get one more time out of it. If I would have did it again, if I was here instead of leaving, I probably could have got it at least maybe one more time. I'm curious to see how many times I can get lettuce. But I didn't waste lettuce. I ate it all the whole time. Wait a minute. Rhubarb is a perennial zone 6 and below, and you missed a perennial net. What do you mean? Oh, I didn't miss rhubarb. No, I have it right on the screen. It's right on the screen. You missed a lot, Drop. You came in and no, perennial's been on the list. That's my thumbnail right there. So no, I know rhubarb's a perennial, and I did not miss it. I said it several times. Thank you, Misha, for being my witness. I said it several times. Drop was not here the whole time, and he did not take notes, and he's jumping in at the last minute saying I didn't say something, and he is wrong. I just woke up. Well, you better wake up there, buddy. You'll have to eavesdrop more attentively. You tell him, Misha. You tell him, because I've talked about rhubarb from the beginning over and over. You failed the class, Drop. You will just have to come back. You'll have to rewatch and pass the test. I said perennials, and I was trying to find out more perennials than that. I mentioned, he's not awake yet. Not awake, not paying attention to my thumbnail is right there, rhubarb. Let's blast him. He likes all that attention anyways. He's another Mike. We're only worse. He's almost worse than Mike. Drop is in summer school. Gotta go, bye. All right, see you, doll. See you later, Miss Southern Belle. Well, keep in touch. Yep, you failed the test. I'll take the spankings. I bet you would. You're bad. You're a bad boy. Drop wants to be another Mike. I don't know. I think he's almost worse than Mike sometimes. You have a wonderful day, Miss Southern Belle. Anyway, yeah. He is worse. I don't know him well. I just know to talk to him. That he's trying to be like Mike, only worse. That's all I'm going to tell you. At least Mike, though, you see his face. Drop, you're like too sneaky. You don't see your face. You don't really know a lot about you. Mike, I know all about Mike. Everyone knows what Mike looks like. Everyone knows like I know what you sound like now because you've talked to me. You don't know what, you're not showing anything. He doesn't show his face. That's it. I'm here, but I was lurking a few until now. Oh, that's all right, Christian. It's okay. That's what I say. You don't know what he looks like. You've heard him because he's talked to me before. He is very opinionated. Like I said, he does know a lot of things, but sometimes he needs to be put in his place like Mike. Yeah, I don't think Mike needed a absolutely, Misha. Mike is an original. Oh, okay, my face is on my video. If you watch them, go watch a video with my face on. I should take a picture of it and bring it here. I will watch your video and find your face, and then I'm going to take your picture, and you're going to give me permission to show your face right on my channel. Typical military cocky guy, yeah. Oh, yeah, he just loves that form of attention. Yeah, go check it out and send me a picture, Misha, and then I'll put it up on the screen. Just like I do Drop. I don't care. I don't hide my face. Oh, you don't? Okay, so let's bring your face here like I do for Mike. And then, actually, this is... Hey, Dave, are you out there still? Dave Rice went pretty quiet on me. Whenever Dave Rice talked for a long time, I never saw what he looked like. And then we're connected on Facebook and my garden channel. And so I found that picture... And I will always bring David Rice up every so often. When he starts to get cocky on my channel, I'll go, well, you're asking for it, and then I'll show his picture. So Drop, I'll do the same thing. I'll sit there and show your face all the time. Yeah, is it on the garden channel or on the Drop channel? Which one is? And then Misha can take a picture for me and send it. My next video is... My next video is about Nana's face. Go ahead. There's nothing exciting about my face, but that's hilarious. Go ahead, Drop. Tell them about my face. I don't want to deprive anyone of this face. Yeah, it's on the garden channel. And don't fall in love. Oh, he's so conceited now. Oh my God, you guys. You and your beautiful faces. Don't let your head swell, please. Okay, bro. You guys are hilarious. You guys are funny. Funny, funny, funny. I got to make some supper. I'm going to make corned beef today. A really easy recipe. And it's so easy that I'm going to film how I make corned beef because I think that everybody should do it. It tastes delicious and it's a freaking simple thing what I do. So I am going to film me making the corned beef that I do together. I don't know. I just find it delicious, easy. It's a one-pot meal. You can either cook it like the way it is on the stove or you can cook it in a crock pot, but a crock pot takes a lot longer. So I kind of tend to use the stove because it's faster. Not with cabbage, no, Mish. No, I don't. I like it with cabbage, and I could. If I had cabbage, I'd put it in it. But I cook it with something else. Just a big, lean Scandinavian. What's not to love? Oh, my goodness. You know, these people that get their heads are swollen. Sometimes you got to bring down people a few pegs with their swollen heads. How beautiful you look. Oh, my God. Tone it down, buddy. Tone it down. Take it easy. Are there women lining at your door now? I need some muscles. You guys are 100 internet wives. Oh, listen to them. Look at how conceited you are. Oh my goodness. Wow. Men are so conceited on here. All these women going after you. Well, they must all have issues. Maybe that's what it is. Recently I have muscles. Oh wow, it must be nice to be really so confident in your face and your intelligence and everything else. So confident. Wow, you get a point for that. He thinks he has diva, but I hate to tell you. I know. Prove it. Prove it on his channel. I have a great catch. Yes, all the women are messed up. I'm telling you, all right there, Drop, you make me laugh so hard. Right there, okay, if I was single and a guy was so conceited himself saying how brilliant he is, how smart he is, how good looking he is, it would turn me right off. I do not connect to that. I connect to somebody more down to earth, somebody that maybe doesn't think he has confidence or is not as good looking. That's who I'd go after because I think they are good looking. Personality is a big thing for me, for sure. But when somebody shows how it goes to their head, I'm an anomaly. When it goes to your head and the looks, no thanks, not interested. Come on down to earth. And not only that, you don't want a guy that all these women are chasing after. Oh my God, no thank you. Why would I want to be jealous of something? It's not, I wouldn't like it anyways. I wouldn't want to be jealous of a guy that women are going after him. Oh boy, that would bug me. Nano. Just saying. Oh, excuse me. Well, that was fun anyways. You guys are a laugh. I love it. I think it's fun. It's fun. Did you get a picture of him yet, Misha? Do you have a picture of Drop now in his gorgeous ways? Oh my God, I have heard that before from somebody else. You were at a like 14 and weren't you, Nana? What do you mean? Was I at a like 14? You were at like 4 and weren't you, Nana? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm at 14 right now, it says. You said 4? I'm a Fabio. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was. Oh, that's what I mean. You were at a live at 4. I couldn't sleep, Mish. I was up near 4 o'clock in the morning. I had fun, though. It was a good live. Actually, I probably had more people on that live than I had this one today. A lot of people can't sleep, and if I'm up and you can't sleep, come on and join me. I'm not on all the time, but when I can't sleep, which I couldn't, I think what happened was I went to bed too early. I did my neighbor's yard, okay, and I was really sore from all the work I did, and then, oh, bye, Mish. I was really sore from all the work I did for my neighbors, so I went to sleep early and then woke up in the middle of the night. Anyways, on that note, you guys are all drifting off, and thank you so much. And thank you for, Sakuna's not here, but thank you, Sakuna, for the donation to my channel. I appreciate it. You're right, Nan. I'm short. I have no idea what you are. It doesn't matter, Drop. It's all good. You're right, Nana. I'm short, fat, and bald. It's okay. It is good, Drop. I don't care whether you're short, fat, and bald. Whether I like you, I like you. I don't care what you look like. Whether you're good looking or not good looking, doesn't matter to me. It's personality. And if you're nice, a nice person, that's what I like. Honestly, I like people. Sure, it's nice to have somebody that's good looking, and my husband's good looking. Like, I think he's good looking, but it's not what attracted to me to people is good looks. It's about personality. I'll email. Okay, Drop. You email me the video. That'll be cool. Anyways. And why don't the next time I come on, Drop, you come a little earlier so we can chat longer? Jeez, Mike didn't come today, and you took forever getting here. I need company here. When I'm on, guys, I love all the company. So come on out and join me, because it gets boring not having something to talk to. So leave your husband and lady wait with me to form a new cult. Leave your husband's lady. That's gross. You're bad. What am I going to do with you, Drop? That is just wrong. Wrong. Anyways, the subject today was annuals and perennials. And I will do the subject in months from now, because I really think it's a good conversation. It bored everybody, but I hope that people that really want to learn something will do this again in maybe a different way. Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. Maybe I got to figure out a subject tomorrow, but that's exciting. You're a bad boy. Oh yes, I bet. All right, guys. You guys can all say goodbye to each other. I'm not sure who's still listening, but thank you. And let's put the song on and say goodbye to everybody.